2 to 3 second rushing is a very time-honored military tradition. Basically, it's as simple as this. Let's say I'm in a position where I'm receiving sniper fire or fire from a machine gun or what have you. I'm kind of the lone duck out here, and my friendly force is back over here. I now have to get from here to my friendly force. Well, I'm not just going to stand up and start running that way because I'm going to get shot in the back, right? I'm allowing myself to be silhouetted. The safest place in the world for guys like us during a firefight is on the ground. That's where I want to stay as much as I can. But since it's 25, 30 yards that way, I'm not going to low crawl the whole daggone way. I'll never get there. I'll probably get shot by somebody over here who can actually shoot. So how do I do this? It's called 2 to 3 second rushing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump up. I'm going to go, I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. And it's just as fast as I can say that is just as fast or as long as I can run. So I'll jump up. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Boom. And I'm going to freaking dive right for the ground. You should only cover 5, maybe 10 yards in this entire span. Why am I doing that? Well, for 2 reasons. One, by the time they see me go up and get transitioned on me, I'm now down. I am now a smaller silhouette, a smaller target to hit, and it makes it that much harder. The other reason is it gives me a second to kind of collect my thoughts and go, whoo, I can't believe I just made it through that. Here we go again. All right? If you absolutely have to run and you cannot, and because you're totally in the open and there is nowhere for you to get behind, there's no cover for you to get behind, like in here, I would be bounding from cover to cover. So I would go down from that tree to this tree, from this big pine to that big pine, then to that big holly over there. I would not be trying to bound completely in the open. Even if it's 2 to 3 second rushing, I'm still not going to do that. I'm going to go from tree to tree to tree, cover to cover to cover, right? If I am in the total wide open in a field, I'm going to run in what's called a zigzag. I'm going to move back and forth like this to try to make it harder for them to actually stay on target. And I'm not going to create a pattern. I'm going to go this way a little bit, this way a little bit, back like that, come way over to the left. I'm just kind of jump around. I'm going to mix it all up so that way there's no pattern. There's no pattern for them to fix on. I'm going to continue to do that until I can get my butt out of dodge. Now, having said that, if the fire is taking place from my left and or from my right, zigzagging ain't going to do me a damn bit of good. I'm going to have to bound it Overwatch. If I got tall grass in the field, that 2 to 3 second rushing is exactly what I'm going to do. All right? The whole time I'm doing that, I should have my friendly forces laying down as much cover fire for me as they possibly can. They are providing the Overwatch. I am the poor idiot bounding. So what I'm going to show you now is what 2 to 3 second rushing should look like. Now I'm going to show you from my point of view. So first of all, I started back here. I got this great big tree right here. Provided me with some form of cover, right? So what happened is I said, okay, time to go. I jumped up, I'm up, he sees me, you can see right here where I hit the ground, and I'm down, and I literally dove right for the ground. Now I'm behind this big pine tree, right? I identified my next spot that I was going to go for, my next form of concealment and or cover, in this case both. I jumped up. You can see where the leaves are disturbed from where I jumped, and I literally went from here all the way to here. Now the next one's going to really suck because I have to go all the way over to that tree way over there. That is 2 to 3 second rushing. Okay, so let me clarify something real fast. 2 to 3 second rushing is not just a defensive tactic, it's also an offensive tactic. What you saw me doing, I was bounding in a manner that would have been used in an offensive tactic. I'm keeping the cover, i.e. the tree, between me and the enemy. So as I was bounding, I'd have actually been bounding onto the enemy, right? And that's something that can be done, especially if you're working in a team. So while I bound to my one spot, I start laying down suppressive fire. Suppressive fire is 1 round a second. Bam, 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 right? While I'm doing that, My buddy over here is doing the same thing. My buddy over there, he's doing the same thing. And we're bounding onto the objective, onto the enemy's position. The only time I do that is if I can't flank it for some unknown reason. If I am doing this to break contact, as a form of breaking contact, which we actually will get into later as far as team tactics to break contact, but if I'm doing this as an individual or only as one or two of us, absolutely this will work. The only difference is I'm going to be running around the tree, then hitting the ground, right? So if my enemy fire was from back over there, I'd be on this side of the tree. All you got to remember is keep the tree between me and the enemy. It's not rocket science, okay? It's a tactic that I can use to get to either open the distance between me and the enemy or to close the distance between me and the enemy. So I can use it to either break contact when there's only me or a couple guys, or I can use it to close the distance and to get within maximum effective range of my weapon, and now lay down precision suppressive fire. Now let's talk about that for 1 second. Suppressive fire, 1 round a second. All I'm trying to do is hit in that general area and get their head down. Precision suppressive fire. That's what your snipers should be doing the whole freaking time. Every time I see a target of opportunity, I'm putting a bullet in it. Whether it's his head, his foot, his arm, whatever, I'm hitting it. I'm shooting it. The more people I can wound, the more people I can kill, the more they're going to want to keep their freaking head down. That is precision suppressive fire. I am not wasting rounds hitting into that tree they're hiding behind or that freaking wall they're ducking behind. I am hitting them as they present a target.